when you're dealing with the strategy, you have to deal with the context and contents. So context and contents are important. So what is the context and content? The context are internal context and external context. Content are the strategic options. How are you going to take your business? So the strategy things. And the process, the formations and implementation, how to formulate the strategy and how to implement this strategy. This is the process. So how to formulate your strategy. When you are going to formulate your strategy, so there are certain things you have to consider. When you are formulating the strategy, this is how you are going to formulate the strategy. So first, you are going to set up your vision, it's long-term plan. Okay, then based on that, you want to take you are going to analyze the external environment and also internal environment. We will discuss business environment another class. Okay, so you should have an environment. You have to study the environment and go for pastel analysis. And you have to go for internal environment. You have to analyze. There are certain strategies, generic strategies you can go for. And also you can go for SWOT analysis, right? Industry analysis. There are certain industrial analysis we have. So we are going to discuss that one and understand your business well. After that, you can see there are certain opportunities and threats externally you will find, and also you will have some strength and weakness inside your business you will find. Then based on your strength and weakness and the opportunities and threats, you are going to take some decision how to take your business to the next level. In your level of thinking, you are going to formulate your goal formulations. You are going to formulate your goals. And from the goal, you want to achieve the goal, you have to think some strategic thinking. So that comes under strategic formulations. And then you are going to implement this the strategies, these strategies coming like a tactics. You are going to implement these things. And then finally, you will see how these strategies are working, whether it's working or not working. Is there any results, positive or negative? So if it is positive results, okay. Negative means you have to think about redesigning your thinking and you have to redesign your existing strategy. So you are going to think about, again, external environment. Maybe is there any problem, scanning problem, or maybe in formulation strategy problem, or any implementation problem. You have to identify, and then you have to bring your strategy again, redesign, and then bring your business accordingly. This is how you are going to bring your strategies. So strategic formulation will be like this. Okay, so you are going to see the content and also context and also process. So that's what generally we have to look at. And also we have to think about the strategic position, strategic choices, strategy in actions. When you think about the strategic position, you have to think about the environment and the purpose, culture, and the capabilities. These are the things coming under strategic positions. So you should understand what is your capabilities of your business, what is the environment of your business, what is the culture of your business, what is your purpose of your business. The business culture is important for you. Your capabilities is important for you. Understanding the environment is important for you. And the purpose, why you want to start a business, where you want to take your business, purpose is important for you. So these are the strategic positions. And strategic actions. Strategy in action mean implementation. When you are taking that, you have to have a practice of it. You have to, when you are before practicing, first you have to evaluate things and you have to organize things and then practice. If there are any changes, you have to change it, and you have to think about your process always. So according to the process, you have to go. And there are some strategic choices. These strategic choices coming in terms of your business level, in terms of your international level and corporate level, and innovations. You're going to consider the innovation, acquisitions, merging, and maybe you are going to have this sometime integrations. You are going to have some integrations. You have to understand what are the choices that you are going to have in your business. Are you going to take your business alone, or are you going to merge your business? Are you going to acquire a new business? So do you want to have the same business continuously for some time or a long time? So how are you going to take this forward? So at this time, how are you going to face the competitions? So you have to think about your choices. So do you have any idea to move forward internationally? So diversifications. So these areas are the choices. So you have to have the choices. If you think about the strategy, the model, that model will have three components. What are they? Strategic positions, strategic choices, strategy in actions. These are the three things coming under strategic management. When you study the strategic management, you have to understand three components. Strategic choices, what is your business going to be, how the business is going to be, local or international. So when you are going to move into the diversification, then how are you going to diversify your business? We will discuss this in detail. And strategic position that we are discussing, the scanning the environment internally and externally, that's kind of things. And strategy in action that we are going to deal with, how are you going to implement these things in our day-to-day life, in our business life. Like strategic position is a concern with impact and strategies of external environment, organizational strategic capabilities, and the organization goals and the organizational culture. You know, people getting bored on this subject because the subject is repeated everywhere. That is what always we are talking about this. We have no any choice because this is one subject. As a subject we study strategic management, as a subject we study. Do you understand? But we have no choice. Correct?
Sorry, come again. Subject
No,
is?
the strategic management is a subject. As a subject, we have to study. But the subject is already discussed in many situations.
Yes.
So wherever you go, always first they will talk about strategy.
Strategy.
We have to always align with the organizational strategy.
Yes.
Right? Whatever you do, procurement, your procurement strategy should be aligned with the business strategy and corporate strategy. There will be a line. Without this line, there is no strategy. Whatever you are thinking, HR wise, yeah, HR, you have to think about your business strategy, because HR cannot bring anything without thinking business. Why you want to think other than business? Your thinking should be connected with the business. The business connection, business idea is business strategy. In corporate level, in business unit level, functional level, there are certain strategies. You have to adapt that strategy. You have to follow the strategy. You have to, take that strategy into your mind, and you have to plan everything. If you fail to do so, you will bring some idea that is no connection with the business. Correct?
Correct.
That's why we are repeating always these things. Yeah, see? Right. So fundamental questions, when you are making this, you have to ask, what are the environmental opportunities and threats externally we have? What are the organizational strength and weakness we have? What are the basic purpose of organization? What are the culture that we have? Then if you think about these questions and get the answers, this is what we call strategic position. So you can get the answers, and the answers will give you, right, this is what we are after. If you can understand your environment, opportunities and threats, yeah, you have understood where your business now. Where is your business now? If you can understand your strength and weakness, you can understand where is your business now. Right?
Yes, but the external conduct, it's not it's easy to, we can analyze.
Not everybody. Not everybody. This is the point. We are discussing the subject, some subject. You go to hospital, there are doctors. Correct?
Correct.
At the same time, there are consultants. The doctor will give you a pill. You say headache, he will give you a pill. But if you go to consultant, he will not give you a pill. He will not give you a pill. He will give you ideas. Right? He will ask you, go and scan these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then he will go according to the scanning. You understand? Not everybody is strategist. Not everybody is strategist. The strategists are different. These are the basically consultants. In the business operation, you should know how business is running. You are not going to be a consultant, but how consultants are thinking. This idea you should know basically. That's why we are studying. You understand?
Yeah.
The consultants are going to scan that. Our company will not give the responsibility to scan the environment. We are not going to scan anything. There are business consultants are there. These people they have the experience already they know how to scan these things. That is their job.
Yes. Yes.
They will do that one.
Yes.
But it's not easy. Yeah, they know that. That's why they do some researches. On each component, they will do researches.
Correct.
They will come to you to analyze the internal environment. They are not going to come and see how people are working. No, they will put question to you. Right? And you are going to answer. Based on the question, the answers, they are going to have some kind of, they are going to evaluate the answers. And then finally, they will take some decisions. That decisions, internally and externally, there are other factors also they will consider. And then finally, they will take a decision. That decisions may be comparing with the competitors, comparing with the current situation, everything they will consider and bring it as a final one. It's not easy, I know. And also, this is not our job also.
Yes.
The people who are having this kind of skill, strategist, is generally, if you complete your MBA, like you are studying CPP, the CPPM specialization actually, you have the knowledge only one limited area. That area is procurement. Right? Procurement strategy, you can maybe in the side of the procurement, you can think about. If you take a business as a whole, you're going to go for marketing, finance, HR, operations. Yeah, under operations, supply chain, you coming as a procurement. Procurement is one area. And also logistic is there. Yeah, as a whole, as a supply chain is there. And operation is there. Right? It's a vast area actually. There are so many things. Am I right, Musa?
Correct.
Yeah, this is not a simple thing. It's a big thing. But we are studying the tool, how these tools are utilized in the business situations. So that is general idea we should have. So why we have to think about when you are doing the procurement process. So our mind will work now. You are now management level, you are thinking CPPM. Now you are thinking management level, right? How your procurement things should move according to the business. So strategically, you always connect something with the business. That's why we are repeating these things. If we go a little deeper, this subject we are not going to discuss in other area deeper. Now here I take this subject deeper. That's why I said I need more classes, and 2-3 classes I need, because the subject is deeper. If you have the shallow idea, you are not going to learn this subject. Actually, this subject is more than 3 months we have to teach. But anyway, I can't go like that. Anyway, I will make as brief as possible, but we have to study this somehow. In business management, this subject is also one of the key subjects. We have to consider in MBA, it's the main subject, right? Whether whatever the courses you are taking as a specialization, you will study strategic management, one subject. It's a separate subject. Maybe 40 credit hours or 20, more than 20, yeah. 20 credit hours, more than 20 credit hours, right? At least 40 hours you are going to study. Fine. Yeah. It's not easy. We have to study. But this is the scanning process. At least we should know. The strategy choices involves the options for strategy in terms of both directions in which the strategy might move and methods by which strategy might be pursued. And strategy choices, the key areas we discuss: business level, corporate level, international innovations, these things. And fundamental questions, you have to go for choices. These are the questions you have to ask for the choices. How should business unit compete? Which business include the portfolio? And where should the organization compete internationally? Is organization innovating appropriately? Should the organization buy other companies and form alliances to go? These questions will be asked by the strategist. He will find the answers and bring the strategy. We are not going to take anything. We are studying. This is how they are thinking. They are working towards. Okay. And strategy in action is about how strategies are formed, how they are implemented. These are action. Formulation and implementation. I just put one slide now, just now, how to formulate and implement, and emphasis on practicalities of the management. Okay. So fundamental question in the strategic actions, which strategies are suitable and acceptable and feasible? See, because you are bringing idea 1, idea 2, idea 3. Now you are going to think about which idea is best idea. Which idea I can take, which idea I will avoid. Acceptable and suitable, feasible. Three questions, three words. Which is suitable, which is acceptable, which is feasible. You are asking. What kind of strategy? See, when you're thinking in your life, in your day-to-day life, if you're going to think about, you just think about this way, you will get some more ideas and you can take decision easily. Yeah, I will tell something, another person will tell something, another person will tell something. Now you think about which is suitable, which is feasible, which is acceptable for implementation. Okay. And what kind of strategy making process that you are having? What is the process you need? What are the process you are going to consider? What are the required organizational structure and system? Now you have to bring your structure and system according to your strategy. Am I right?
Yeah.
You have the plan now. So according to the plan, you have to bring your people and your system and the structure. Your business is going to go for cost leadership strategy. Generic strategy is one cost leadership strategy. So if you go for cost focus, you want to go for low cost strategy. So it means you are going to think your business in a different level. If you go for differentiation, innovation strategy, then you are going to think about in a different way. Yeah, your structure of business and the system of business little changed, not like the cost. The structure and system will not be same for low cost and also innovation, totally different. Because if you have the same structure and same system, it will not work. Because your focus is different. Here the focus low cost, here the focus innovation. Innovations is high cost. Yeah, low cost is totally different from high cost, right? So your system and structure will be different. You can't have the same structure and system. And also, how should the organization manage necessary changes? These are the questions. And who should do what in the strategic process? Who will take what role? See the questions. So strategy in action. Now I have put in the 3 areas. Strategy in action, one thing. Yeah, and strategy choices, another thing. And strategy in position, another thing. Strategic position, another thing. So these are the 3 areas. Now we have put basic questions and how to understand this. Strategic position, strategic choices, strategy in actions. So these questions are in one view, it is there. One table. 14 fundamental questions are very important. These are the checklist, strategy checklist. So if you can get the answers, you have strategy now in your hand. You have plan in your hand. So you can take this for your business. These are the checklist. Okay. So firm strategy evolves over the time. So managers modify strategies in response to changing market conditions. So you can't always stick to, once you have developed the strategy, you can't continue the strategy for many years. Why? You have developed the strategy, you can't continue for many years. You can't apply the same strategy everywhere, all the time. Why?
We are not following which we plan, which we created.
No. we have to follow what we have created, right? The thing is, environment is changing every day. This is the main answer.
Okay.
Environment is changing every second, every day. You know, last year or the maybe I don't know when Ukraine started. Before 2 years, let's say last year it started. We will imagine. I don't know when. Okay, so exactly last year, if you consider before Ukraine, after Ukraine, before Ukraine war, after Ukraine war, do you think the same environment around the world? No. Before Corona, after Corona, before tsunami, after tsunami. Corona and tsunami are ecological things, you know, environment, ecological environment things. But the Ukraine, political thing, right?
Correct.
Gulf War, what happened? Iraq War. See the situations. And now the political decision taken by Saudi in terms of Qatar, border closing, political decision. What happened to our business? How much hard times the business faced at the time. See the strategic decision, you have taken some decision. Is it applicable all the time? No, we don't know when the environment is changing. That's why we always scanning the environment. That is the leader's role. That is the leaders. They are not going to come to on floor and check how people are working. No, the CEO will never come to see the operation system and see how things are working, how people are making a sandwich, or how people are making a chair. No, he is not going to come there. That is not work. He is going to see the environment. He will read the articles and diplomatic things, how things are moving. He has the ability to scan the environment. Otherwise, you can't be a leader.
Yes.
So the role is totally different. So if you want to become a CEO of an organization, you should think strategically important. Your strategic thinking should be sharper. Right? Strategically, you should think everything. You can't think like others thinking. No. Everything should be thinking in a different way. And also you have to bring some justifications for everything. The questions, the strategic questions, now we discussed. How many questions? This is the question the CEO will put always. 14 questions in terms of strategic position, in terms of strategic choices, in terms of strategy in actions. Okay, this is how CEO will think about. The same thing you also have to think about if you become a CEO one day. So strategic lens, this is also important, huh? Strategic lenses. So we have to use the lens, yeah, always strategic lens. The lens are the ways of looking at strategic issues differently in order to generate many insights. So you should always use your strategic lenses. Look at the problem in different ways. Don't use the same way. Okay, look at the problems in different way. You have to go and see how these political things are going to affect, economic things are going to affect, social things are going to affect, ecological things are going to affect, demographic things are going to affect, yes, technological things are going to affect. So you are going to think about all the angle and think and bring some ideas. And these looking a problem in different angle, this is the consultant's work. You just assume maybe if because of this maybe, because of this maybe. So you are assuming if the political situation continues, what will happen? If the particular situation solved, what will happen? So what is my position? If it is continuous, what is my strategy? If it is changing, what is my strategy? Or if it is coming more than in a different environment, what is my strategy? You have to think in all ways. You understand? All the alternatives you have to bring. You have to bring alternatives. This is the strategic lens you are going to use, not negative thinking.
Okay.
This is totally different way of thinking.
Oh,
Like the situations now, technological changes coming, right? So currently the changes are there. So maybe in after 5 years, there are some changes going to come. So you have to look at the technological market and how people are forecasting. So there are articles coming, forecasting. So these are the things, the new trends will be like this. So your business is, when, if it is implemented, your business will be backward. Do you understand? There are certain new things are coming, but if you don't know, if you are not aware about it, you are backward already. Your competitors will take that, you are not taking, because you are not aware about it. And he will be there somewhere and you will be somewhere down. So you can't compete in the market. It's a competition, basically. Business is a competition. You should know how to always look at this. And what are the changes are happening in your competitors level. You have to always have some spy. You have to keep your spies on the competitor level, so you have to spy them and then see how they are changing their way. You have to also think that way. Strategic lenses you have to utilize. So strategic lenses are very important because these are the perspective to planning. Your lenses are perspective to planning. So that lens will help you to understand, to scan your things, strategic environment. Okay, fine.